What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we've got some brand spankin' new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, revealing official information, as well as a bunch of emergency patches and changes that you absolutely need to know about. And so, let's get started. But just before we do, there's a question we ask every day but we never want to hear. What's for dinner? I want quesadillas, my wife wants pasta, let's check the freezer. Okay, we have ground beef, how about quesadillas? Let's start making them. We have no onions, someone's got to go to the grocery store right now and get some onions. You can avoid all that with today's sponsor, HelloFresh. Guys, the holidays are over, things are busy again, and we're all looking for wholesome meals that will save us time and money. HelloFresh truly has something for everyone. Each box is fully customizable and comes with pre-portioned ingredients, so you only pay for what you need. No more giant box of spinach rotting away in your fridge. But plans change, life gets busy. That's why HelloFresh lets you easily customize your deliveries from week to week. You can mix and match a bunch of different lifestyle options. Check out all the different meals I had to choose from at the time of recording. You have stuff like fit and wholesome, family friendly, quick and easy, vegetarian, and more. And everything can be tailored to your schedule by adjusting your delivery date. And you can even easily skip a week if you're out of town or just want to take a break. But remember, HelloFresh is so much more than just dinners. They also have lunch options, desserts, and the most important meal of the day, breakfast. In fact, HelloFresh is giving their subscribers free breakfast for life. Is that true? They're giving all subscribers free breakfast for life. That means you'll enjoy a totally free breakfast item with every single HelloFresh delivery. That's awesome. So guys, what the heck are you waiting for? Check out America's #1 meal kit by clicking the link in the description down below or scanning the QR code, and remember to use my code on screen right here. Doing so will support the channel and give you some delicious, easy to prepare food that seems like a win-win to me, so definitely check out HelloFresh, gamers. Alright, now first things first, what's been going on this week for Destiny 2? Well, since the last weekly update, we had the release of the brand new Sundered Doctrine Dungeon. If you guys want to know how to do every single encounter, find the secret chests, and more, definitely check out my guide linked right up above. But overall, the community reception to this dungeon was pretty positive. Like, people did enjoy it for sure. There was some jankiness and some issues, of course, and I will say the Dread is the most annoying enemy type to face, oh my goodness. But aside from that, again, it was pretty positively received. Now, I also want to say the weapons from this dungeon are bananas, guys. They have arguably the best origin trait I have ever seen. You get free, actually better, explosive payload against red bars automatically. For a primary weapon, that is nuts. And again, check out that video right up above if you want to see the math. Like, it honestly blew me away. I was not expecting these effects to be that good. But moving off of the dungeon, guys, we get to the weekly reset. And Bungie dropped another massive piece of content by releasing a new secret exotic quest that will get you the brand new Barrow Dyad Strand machine gun. And again, if you want to know everything you need to know about that exotic quest, definitely click my guide linked right up above. Now, interestingly, with this quest, once you get the Barrow Dyad, it updates and then you start collecting components to upgrade it. First of all, you have to find all of these hidden fragments. What do you know? Guide linked right up above. But more importantly, eventually when you find all these fragments, you get to a stop. Like, you need a particular upgrade that you literally don't have access to, and everyone was speculating on when you'd be able to continue this quest and start to get the exotic catalysts for the Barrow Dyad. Well, Bungie actually tweeted, and as you can see, you get them at the start of Act 2, which is really weird. Like, of course, I'm used to time gating in Destiny 2, but releasing a quest and then having to wait all the way to Act 2 before you can get the catalyst, like, this is a bit bizarre, and players are not happy about this. The overall quest itself and the exotic mission were actually fantastic, but again, this part is not that great. Now, moving on from there, something that just happened today was an emergency patch to address several key things. First of all, this is a big one. In the Nether, they fixed an issue where several healing sources were providing less health restoration than intended, right? So you went in with your Warlock Healing Rift, you got like no healing. Hopefully that stuff like Devour, is going to be better. Also, they fixed an issue where some perks could kickstart passive health restoration, resulting in more health restoration than intended. And unfortunately, that means that stuff like the Crimson just got nerfed. Crimson, Knockout, Lumina, that stuff should be lessened in terms of their healing, but combined with this fix, maybe it won't be that bad. Now, moving on from there, the Radiant Dance Machine Exotic Hunter legs have taken over PvP because of their recent buff. And to essentially save Trials of Osiris, which launches tomorrow, they've temporarily excluded the Last Word and the Dead Man's Tale from getting the hipfire range and accuracy buffs provided by this exotic. And also, they've retuned the dodge refund portion. They've reduced the amount of energy gained from primary weapon kills against Guardians from 100% to 33% when class ability energy is not full. And with full class ability energy, triggering the effect will continue to grant an additional temporary charge, guys. So already like an emergency nerf for the Radiant Dance Machines. And speaking of another emergency update that happened as I'm editing this video, they've identified an issue where the Lodestar, the new exotic primary trace rifle, has far more aim assist than intended. As such, this will be disabled in PvP modes until resolved. And again, this is kind of saving the launch of Trials tomorrow. After that, for exotic weapons, they fixed an issue where the microcosm could get heavy ammo from picking up special ammo bricks, and it's been re-enabled in-game. You actually couldn't use the microcosm in like anything, and now you can. And they've also fixed an issue where auto-loading holster would activate without stowing the weapons, and they fixed an issue where standard PvE ammo bricks were granting a little bit less ammo than intended. They've also fixed overload machine gun to actually work on overload champions, which is fantastic. Now, a couple of other issues that weren't in this patch that you want to know about. First of all, support frame auto rifles aren't getting their secondary effects in the Nether. So like the solar one, it's supposed to grant restoration after shooting long enough. It's just not doing that. But most importantly, guys, as you can see right here, Bungie is investigating the particle reconstruction perk, how it interacts with other sources of weaken. So currently, almost none of them stack. So you can't have a tether plus particle reconstruction. But most importantly, it is working with Divinity. So Divinity is giving that weaken effect, right? That debuff, and then it's stacking on top of particle reconstruction for an insane amount of damage. Divinity plus particle is just goated damage right now. And so what that means is that you can actually get a one-phase kill on the final boss of the Sundered Doctrine Dungeon using mainly the Queenbreaker plus particle combined with the Divinity. So Bungie is looking into this, which means it's probably going to get nerfed in the future. Which means, guys, if you haven't been farming that final encounter of Sundered Doctrine, now is the time. Do it before this gets nerfed and you're no longer able to get the one phase. I've done a full guide on exactly what you need to do to get that one phase. Again, definitely check it out. But moving on from there, let's get to the brand new information within the TWAB. And first off, Bungie congratulates the team that was able to beat the Sundered Doctrine on contest mode first, and that is Biggs, Mario Monkey, and Luigi Style. So congratulations to them. But speaking of contest mode, something very bad happened during it, and that is PlayStation Network was down for like over a day. So PlayStation players that, took time off, that were ready to try to, grind the brand new dungeon. Remember, it's not just about coming first. If you were able to beat contest mode during those 48 hours, you would get a guaranteed drop of the brand new dungeon exotic and an exclusive emblem. But obviously a lot of those PlayStation teams were screwed out of it. Now, to make up for this, guys, a big announcement is that the Sundered Doctrine contest mode will have kind of like an extension. So Bungie says, due to issues affecting PlayStation players' ability to sign into Destiny 2, we're planning to make the Sundered Doctrine contest mode available again on all platforms. Specific dates and times will be announced at a later date. Note that this is not an extension of the Sundered Doctrine race, but rather an additional opportunity for those impacted impacted by the outage to attempt a clear of the dungeon while contest mode is available. So by saying it's not an extension of the race, perhaps like they're not giving out an emblem, or maybe they're giving out like a different emblem. But again, this is going to be a good opportunity to get that guaranteed exotic. I do believe like that should still drop in the second contest mode weekend. But moving on from there, guys, Bungie talks about the Barrow Dyad, but we already did. And then they talk about the new Trials of Osiris arriving tomorrow. So Trials of Osiris is getting a massive overhaul tomorrow. And what's going to happen is that instead of requiring 7 wins in a row with no losses, or 1 loss if you have a mercy card, to get to the lighthouse, anyone can go to the lighthouse. You just need 7 wins total, and then the rewards are dependent on your win streak. But again, you can go to the lighthouse with a win streak of 1 and still have a chance to get Adept Trials weapons. So this should be a big shift in how the rewards are given out, and it should make these rewards a lot more accessible. Now, if you are able to get a 7 win streak, you are going to get some very exclusive cosmetic rewards for your troubles, and just way more rewards in general, guys. Moving on from there, Iron Banner is coming back next week. So the upcoming Tuesday, we're going to get our first Iron Banner. You can see the 2 new Iron Banner weapons that are going to be dropping. So we have a brand new trace rifle here, an arc trace rifle called the Warlord's Spear. Bungie says it has perk combos for PvE as interesting as Rewind Rounds and Detonator Beam, a brand new trace rifle perk. And for PvP, they say don't sleep on Dynamic Sway Reduction and Desperate Measures. On the other hand, there's the Peace Bond, which is reprised, and this is going to have some interesting stuff. They say Lone Wolf and Headseeker for PvP, and then Zen Moment and Desperado is another good PvP option. Then after that, guys, Bungie has a bit of an update on the Bungie.net account unlinking. Essentially, you won't be able to unlink an account once it's already linked. You can read that right here. Then they have a section called Love is in the Air. This week, they introduced a new cosmetic category called Holochips. When activated, Holochips will add visual effect such as energy trails or holographic wings to your Guardian. Just an extra fashion flair. They're going to be available in the Eververse. They were actually available, then people figured out there was like a glitch where you could dismantle them and get even more or something like that, and they disabled them right away, and then now they're re-enabled, so you can definitely check those out. There's also some more Bungie rewards here, including the Barrow Dyad like wall mount thing right here. You also get a ring, as you can see right here, for Trials of Osiris, and some more swag that I'm going to be showing on screen right here. Now, moving on from there, guys, there's more hashtag D2 fashion feedback. So Bungie wants you to tweet out which one of these armor sets you would like to see added to the game with the hashtag D2 fashion feedback. So we have Mariachi Pistolero, we have Crane Martial Artist, we have Atlantean Royal Guard, we have Kami / Kodama, we have Oni, we have April Fools, and we have Court Jester and Bardic Traveler, guys. Now, interestingly, they say we also want to share something else with you as a fun treat. Because it's very cool, but also because you won't stop asking about it, here is the first ever ornament for the Verity's Brow that's coming during Codename Frontiers with less bones and more lasers. Dude, they made like a Solid Snake night vision of Verity's Brow. That's all right. That's actually pretty sick. All right, moving on from there, guys, you can celebrate Black History Month with Bungie, and you can see all the information right now. $10 donation will get you the Be Heard emblem, as you can see right here. Moving on from there, another charity, A Game to Give, is announcing that they reached a mind-blowing $2,753,000, which is crazy, guys. And then the last thing we're going to talk about here is the known issues list. Essentially, I'm just going to leave it on screen. You guys can kind of pause and read if you want to. But again, these are the things that are kind of not working that Bungie knows about. And we don't necessarily have an ETA for a fix. I mean, some of the stuff right here, class-specific weapons, swords, and glaives can be used with any class. This is not intended. So right now, Warlocks can use the Titan Glaive, but again, that means Hunters can use that Titan Sword and all of that stuff. So while that's in the game, might be time to try some interesting new combos for sure, but expect that to be fixed at a later date. Guys, that is going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis, that is linked in the description down below. Again, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.